I seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and the can't stop. Never met.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This is Derrick Henry, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
3rd and short yardage, Mariota. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Lewis. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Double. Five. Hey, let's roll. Check 26. Check 26. Good blitz. Orange. Ice it on. Ice it.
After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Set. Line, 80. Hey, back up.
And they'll go on the ground. takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Football turned back over to Tennessee's offense, and if you look at this season on the whole, they really, I guess, haven't gotten the kind of production they'd hoped for from Mariota, Derrick Henry. I know you've been a big Mariota guy, Charles. How do you assess how he's played through the first half-plus of the season?
Not up to his potential. Not up to what you...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
15, yeah. Yellow, yellow. Right, 55. Check, 55, right. I know he ain't got it.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Daquan Jones. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. A 1st down throw for Mariota. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Smith completes it right side to Dodson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Smith. It's hauled in by Dodson. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Hey, back up, back up, back up, back up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On first down, it's Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Smith. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. End zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Smith. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go. 15. Alert. 3 down. Hey, back up.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Titan football. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease board.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
15, yeah. Eddie.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got a rifle, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. 2nd down, Mariota. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. You got to keep pounding away.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Charles, I want to go in a different direction for a second, talk about Le'Veon Bell, because the November 13th report date has come and gone. He's still not with the Steelers. Now, the good news, though, Le'Veon Bell not there, but James Conner has been good in his stead.
He certainly has, and we have to think now that maybe we won't see Le'Veon Bell in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, ever again. And that's for another day. He's not there. You just hit it, though. James Conner, this Pittsburgh team has really elevated its game around James Conner, playing awfully.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 78 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They go play action. Mariota on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Pernell McPhee in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off, but they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll run it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
35.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Set, wide 80. Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's the former Redskin, Brian Orakpo, in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Titans getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Mariota on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Hey, back up.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And some room to roam now. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go.
Short-term memory.
And move on to the next series.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They try again with Lewis. They'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Smith going to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Orakpo in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
12.
Out of the gun, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He got 29 yards that time.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
Now it's Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving that rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran